Hey Girl Scouts and Girl Guides from around the world, my name is Hannah. I'm a Girl Scout Leadership Experience Program Specialist with the Girl Scouts Diamonds of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas Council. Our council is located here in Arkansas. We cover a little bit of Oklahoma and a little bit of Texas. I live up here in the northwest corner of Arkansas. Today, we are going to be going over Step 5 of the Ambassador First Aid Badge. This explores real-life examples for handling wilderness emergencies. The goal is that by the end of this activity, you will be able to learn from the example of people who face an emergency in the wilderness. You're going to need about 2 to 3 hours for this activity, depending on what you choose to research. You will also need access to a book, an article, a podcast, or a movie about a real-life example of a wilderness injury. Okay, let's get started. When you read about a tragedy or accident in which people are injured, often there's an average person who doesn't panic. They use a little bit of training and a lot of courage to save someone's life. Sounds a little bit like Girl Scouts. Human beings' ability to survive accidents and emergencies in the harshest of environments is truly remarkable, and today you will get to hear some of those stories. So now it's time to read a book or article, listen to a podcast, or watch a movie that tells a real-life story about people who face an emergency in the wilderness. As you're learning about the story you chose, note what they did or didn't do to create the situation and how they handled it. Do you think your first aid training would have prepared you for some of those unforeseen situations that these survivors found themselves in? In what ways? What training did these heroes have? Who or what do they credit with helping them save someone's life? Share those findings with others and discuss any common threads in the stories. If you need help finding a wilderness survival story, a quick Google search will help, or you can ask a parent or friend for some recommendations. All right, so now that we've completed the activity, it's always really good to ask reflection questions to make sure we get the most out of what we just did. So ask yourself things like, what did you find enjoyable? Did you find anything challenging? Was it hard to read stories about people who are in these really harsh conditions? Do you want to do anything differently next time? Are you inspired to learn even more about wilderness survival stories? Okay, so now that we're done, think about if you learned anything from your real-life example. Was the outcome achieved? Remember, the goal was to learn about examples of people who face an emergency in the wilderness. Did you learn anything from them? Will you be able to take what you learned and use it in real life? Hopefully not to that same extent, but maybe you picked up 1 or 2 things that you can share. So now that we're done, I encourage you guys to explore the other activities that are offered on Girl Scouts at Home. You can visit the Girl Scout shop at girlscouts.org for even more ideas, or reach out to your local Girl Scout council or troop leader. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.